good though? You already know who it is though. It's the one and only Twitter. How you guys doing? Welcome to some awesome news. As you guys know, we all got the huge drop for Pokemon Sun and Moon, which we did get a release date. We did get the starter Pokemon. We got all this stuff. We got the box art. We got the brand new legendaries, which I'm pretty sure were unnamed in this trailer. But we're gonna break down this trailer little by little. As you guys see, we're gonna sit here. We're gonna pause it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna break it down. Give you guys my full review and opinion and just everything about this, because there's a lot in this trailer. There's a lot to talk about. So let's sit back, relax, and have a good time and talk a little bit about Pokemon Sun and Moon. So go ahead and get right on into it. This was a live, of course. If you guys would like to watch the video will be in the description down below. It is on the official Pokemon channel. And I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this again. I've only watched it the first time. As you see, an all-new venture has begun, and we've been waiting for it. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Alright, so here is our protagonist. As you see, this is the Paradise, the Alola region. And this is one of the big things that a lot of people were curious as to what region it was going to be based on. A lot of people were speculating that it would be based on Italy. I said Italy. And I guess in reality, if you think about it, Pokemon Sun and Moon based in the Paradise region, the Alola region, aka Hawaii. I think that's pretty legit. That's pretty great, because if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong here, but if I remember correctly, there's a lot of sun and moon related things in Hawaiian culture and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty legit. I feel like we probably should have seen that coming if it was, I don't know, maybe did they keep it that well hidden? I guess they did keep that well hidden. Anyway, continuing on. It looks so good. Like I said, it's got to be based on Hawaii. Obviously, it's based on Hawaii. It's very tropical. It looks so cool. There's the big cliff back here is nice. They got the ocean out here. I'm excited. Now, I would love to see IGN's review of Sun and Moon. Are they going to say that it's 7.8 out of 10, too much water in this? Because it's literally going to be an island surrounded all by water. So let me see your review then, IGN. Let me see your review then. I mean, and look, before we show the starters here, we got OG, this dude right here literally looks like his name is Tito Makani, okay? We got young Tito Makani throwing out the starters right here, the professor of the of the Alola region based in Hawaii here. This is pretty cool. So we're going to get our first look at the Sun and Moon starters here. Now, this is actually something that my girlfriend Summer said. And I agree 100%. When you guys see these starters, it actually is really ridiculous to look at because it doesn't look legitimate. They don't look like real Pokemon. Obviously, it's just because it's a brand new region. It's brand new Pokemon. It's something we have to get used to. You guys give me your opinion in the comments below. Give me your opinion on what you think about the starters. I think 2 of them look pretty cool. 1 of them I'm not really feeling that much, and we'll explain why. We'll break it down. Let's take a look. All right, so here we are. Here are the 3 starters. Now, at first glance, the middle cat thing looks pretty cool. I'm already digging that one. The far right seal dog thing, I know. Well, we'll break it down. I'm not originally looking at it, not really a fan. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of it. The owl thing here, it's pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but the one, like I said, the owl and the little cat here look pretty cool. But the far right, the blue, seal looking thing, I was not really feeling. I was really not feeling that. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and get their names. I mean, they do look pretty interesting though. I'll give them that. They do look interesting. They're definitely super tiny. So the grass, I guess is it grass flying? Yes, the grass flying owl here named Rowlet, Rowlet. Is it Rowlet or Rowlet? I'm pretty sure it's Rowlet. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, it was one of the ones I originally saw and I was like, okay, I can get behind that. I like the fact that it is grass flying, so we finally have a dual typing that is not Bulbasaur, which was grass and poison, which is pretty cool. It looks pretty good. I like it. I think I would love to see the evolution for this Pokemon. I definitely can't can't wait to see evolutions for Rowlet here, or Rowlet. I'm gonna say Rowlet because I look at it and I just want to say Rowlet, so I'm gonna call it Rowlet. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, I'd love to see the evolutions, and maybe like if it gets any type changes or anything, if it goes full grass, if it goes full flying, anything like that, because it is an owl. I mean, originally, I guess it would be, it kind of, in my opinion, doesn't make sense to have grass flying. For an owl, I would think maybe more like a dark flying, because owls are you know, nocturnal, so it'd be like a dark and a flying. But yeah, I mean, we have plenty of those. We've got Honchkrow, we've got other, is there other dark flying Pokemon that off the top of my head? The first thing that came to my mind was Honchkrow, but we have a dark flying already. But I don't know, this is a pretty cool grass flying Pokemon. I definitely like the new dual typing, or it's not really a new dual typing, but I definitely like this dual typing on the starter as well, which is pretty cool. Let's move on and take a look at the next one. It looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty good. So next up, we've got, it's Litten here. This is a little cat thing, a little fire type cat. Looks really, really cool, as a matter of fact. Obviously, that's gonna do a lot of damage to that Rowlet there. Litten, again, first impressions of Litten. This was my go-to, and to be totally honest with you, I feel like this is going to be everybody's go-to. It tends to be the fire Pokemon. The fire starter Pokemon seem to be the drawing point for a lot of like either new Pokemon fans or just like old school Pokemon fans. Like, most people gravitate towards the fire type starter, which is fine. The only thing is that it's not very original, because like I said, it's literally gonna be like everybody's like go-to Pokemon. I really want to play with Litten, but honestly, because I was kind of talking down to the next Pokemon, the water type starter, might be the one I actually have to go with, just because, like I said, I was kind of talking it down, and it probably is it's probably a monster. But Litten is pretty cool. I like the design of it. It's got a little bit of like a Luxio Luxray design. It definitely looks, I don't know, I'm curious to know what the evolutions for all these Pokemon are. I bet they're pretty amazing, because Litten looks so cool. Like, it's a really cool Pokemon. It's a really cool design. And again, it's one of those things, like, it's hard to look at these Pokemon and be like, yes, they are Pokemon, because like Litten sort of looks like a normal, I mean, it looks like a pretty normal Pokemon. Rowlet kind of looks like a normal Pokemon as well. But the last starter, the water starter here, in my opinion, just doesn't, it's just not a normal looking, like, it's not a Pokemon I feel like you would normally see. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. Last but not least, we have Popplio, which is a water dog seal something. I don't actually know what it would be. I mean, what is it actually based on, now that I'm looking at it? It has to be like a seal slash otter slash dog. That's like the only thing I mean that's what it looks like. And I mean, it says bark, or bark, I should say. I don't know, it looks really cool. Actually, I don't even know, I can't really say that it legitimately looks cool. It's okay. Again, I'm downplaying this Pokemon a little bit. I'm downplaying Popplio a little bit. I do think it's a pretty cute Pokemon, though, I'll give you that. But I'm downplaying a little bit just because, like I said, it is so new, and it's gonna be hard for me to be like, okay, yes, I accept this Pokemon as a Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know how I feel about it. This might be the starter that you guys see me, rock out with in the episode 1 of our Pokemon Moon LP, I should say. I don't know. You might see me rocking out with Popplio. Just I can't wait to see a little bit more from it. I feel like maybe the evolution, like the final stage evolution for Popplio, might be some type of Walrein-esque evolution, which I guess wouldn't be that bad, but I feel like Popplio is not a very fast Pokemon, unless it's a Pokemon that gets Swift Swim, because again, at the end of the day, it is a water Pokemon, so I don't know, it might be pretty cool. I'm definitely thinking the Litten, based on the starters alone, I definitely feel like Litten is probably the fastest, because it is a cat, it's quick, it's a fire Pokemon, it looks like it moves quick, it looks like it scurries, so that one's looking pretty cool. I definitely feel that the, Rowlet is the second fastest, and unless this thing gets Swift Swim, I feel like Popplio, I take that back. I feel like maybe Rowlet, now that I think about it, maybe Rowlet is the slowest Pokemon, and then Popplio isn't okay, like has a decent speed but gets Swift Swim as well. We'll see. Maybe we have all new abilities. You know what I mean? That maybe we've got brand new abilities for all 3 starters. And that's another thing I want to ask you guys in the comment section below. What do you guys think if we don't have normal abilities, or we don't have like abilities from previous generations, and we have a brand new ability in Sun and and Moon for all 3 starter Pokemon, what do you think each starter Pokemon would have, and like what do you think the ability would do? And if you guys don't think we're gonna get new abilities for the 3 starters, what Pokemon abilities do you guys think that the starters will actually have? Let me know in the comment section below. In my opinion, like I said, I really feel like Popplio is gonna get maybe a Swift Swim. I mean, that would be pretty cool to make it pretty legit. I feel like Popplio is gonna get Swift Swim. I feel like Litten maybe get a I don't know. I feel like it might get, I mean, a Flame Body would be pretty cool, or maybe Blaze or something like that would be an interesting ability for that. And then of course on the Rowlet, I feel like in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, like a Gale Wings would be pretty cool for a Rowlet. We don't have, well, I mean, I was gonna say we don't have any starters. I guess we do. No, we don't have any starters that have Gale. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a pretty cool. That would be a pretty dope. What is a pretty dope starter ability would be Gale Wings. That I don't know, man. I'm just throwing stuff out there off the top of my head. Like I said, I'm going through this literally. I'm breaking all this down for the first time with you guys. I watched the trailer and I'm sitting here talking to you guys about it right now. So I don't know though. That's just kind of my predictions, literally just off the top of my head. I haven't been awake that long, so I don't know. But that's just my personal opinions on how I feel. But you guys, let me know in the comment section what you feel, and we're gonna keep on keeping on. Alright, so that's a nice water gun there. So taking a look at the Alola region here. Let's actually step back a little bit. Taking a look at the Alola region here. Again, it has to be based on Hawaii. I mean, it's an island. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna say yes, it is definitely based on Hawaii. I'm not even gonna speculate that anymore. It is definitely based on Hawaii. Looks really cool. I don't feel, well, I mean, I guess at this initial screenshot of the game here, it does seem a little small. I'll give it that. It does seem, I mean, this is just a very small section of the Alola region here. I'm curious to know how big the region actually is, though. I'm feeling, I don't know, like, I don't feel like the Alola region is going to be a really massive region, just because it is based on Hawaii, and Hawaii is a pretty small island, so who knows? I don't know. I wonder if they're gonna make this sort of, I mean, obviously it's a new generation and everything, but I wonder if they're gonna really go and develop anything after this region, or if this is just gonna be like one of those one-off regions, and then they kind of take this into like the next game, whether they do like a, you know, like an X2 Y2 or something like that, and then they take that. I don't know, because like I said, I feel like this is just, I feel like it's too small. Like, based on Hawaii, if you got a region based on Hawaii, right? You guys know Hawaii is a pretty small state. It's a pretty small island in the U.S. I don't know if basing it on Hawaii is like, I don't, maybe they just expanded it and maybe it's just a really massive island. I don't know. It would be more than an island at that point if it was really massive. But I don't know. I really feel like, though, based on Hawaii, that it's just not going to be a very big region. I feel like there's still going to be a lot of stuff packed into it, and there's probably going to be a lot of hidden secrets, a lot of underground stuff. As you guys see, there's a volcano right here, which is pretty cool. You've got the, you know, you have a little beach right here. You've got a little, I wouldn't call it really a town, but you got some buildings right along the beach here that could be, you know, numerous different things. This might be a, what is this? Could be like the Mart. This could be like some type of Pokemon tower that, you know, like Battle Tower or something like that on the island, which would be pretty cool. Again, I don't think it's going to be a massive region, but I also still feel like there's going to be a ton of stuff to do in the region, a ton of new stuff in the region, which would be pretty cool as well, because like I said, it is just right here on an island, and while you don't have a lot of space that you can go, you could always go down, you could always go into the deep depths of the ocean, you can always go, you know, take yourself into the lava of a volcano and dive down and through a volcano, or come up through a volcano in a cave or something like that. So that looks pretty cool. And again, the reason I say secret is because, as you see this little section right back here on the top, like middle of this screen, there is a little cave hole there. There is like a little section, like a private beach section up here, which is pretty cool. And then of course you got like little islands over here on the bottom right. You've got this little shack right here, which is, I don't know, this might be the starter. Is this your actual house, like your little town or whatever? I don't know. We have, of course, there's plenty more to see. But let's keep on going. As you see, we're running through. I'm gonna take a step back here. I really like the little tiki guys here. These are really cool. Again, this is why obviously it like pretty much confirms based on Hawaii. I don't know. I really love the whole Hawaiian culture and everything about it. Like all the stuff in it is really cool, which is why I really feel that there is a lot of like backstory. There's a lot of secret hidden things you're going to be able to find in this. Who knows, maybe these will even pull some like Until Dawn type of thing, and maybe later in the game when you get like the legendary Pokemon for the game that you're playing, you can come back to these little tiki men here and like get some hidden, message or some hidden item or something like that. Pull a full on Until Dawn where you can pick up the little tiki pieces or whatever, or what are the totem pieces, what they're called. You pick up the little totem pieces and they give you like a piece of the game you didn't know before. That would be pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of interesting. All right, next up, I'm gonna say maybe that's your mom right there. Again, we get a little bit closer look at the city that we saw before. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to full on call it a city, but I guess looking at it from this angle, it definitely does look more like a city. We got a little truck here. I wonder if we can actually drive cars in this. I don't really feel like we would be able to, because I mean it is on an island, so I don't think the region is going to be that big, so driving a car doesn't really seem logical. But who knows, maybe will they bring taxis back? I don't know. I mean, you might have the little island guy running his own taxi service right there. And then taking a look at this looks sort of like a gym, or this looks sort of like a, what else could this be actually? It's either a gym or it's some type of, maybe it's a lab. It could be a lab because it does have there is this little thing out here which could serve two purposes. This could be where you battle. It looks a little bit small for like a full-on arena or anything like that for battling, so it could be something more for like training at the lab or something like that. Not totally sure, but again, we see the little totem pole guys here, which again, I really feel like maybe they're gonna pull some type of Until Dawn and like show off, like you get some totem pieces or whatever. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. That actually, now that I look at it, now that I saw him run across it, I guess it doesn't really seem that small. Maybe this is some type of battle stage or something like that. I feel like it's more of like a training, and then this dude, because he doesn't look like a gym leader. He looks like just a guy standing out there. So this could be a lab. This could be this could be a number of different things. So this is, I'm guessing this could be their rival, or maybe the professor's son or something like that. I fully agree with this. He looks so cool. If you could have a character that looks like him in this game, I am sold. I am good. I am done. Let's do it, because he looks so cool. Like, look at his shorts, look at his little hair, his little man bun, his little Hawaiian man bun. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And then we have our 3 starters once again. Seeing them battle. There is, okay, so I was gonna say that was the female protagonist, but forget all that, because we have a Sun and Moon legendary. So take a look at the Sun legendary. We have no idea what the name for this thing is, but oh my lord, and this is the Moon legendary here. Oh my lord. Before we reveal the dates, hold on, can we just take another look? Can we just take another look? Because this thing is a godlike status. Look at it, bro. I was Team Moon all day long. But looking at the legendary, bro, I don't know how to feel. Because that dude is kind of boss status. He's kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. But it's so sad, because I really like the Sun legendary. But I'm Team Moon all day, bro. I've been Team Moon since day one, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. We still have a pretty cool, like, Cresselia / Yveltal looking Pokemon here as our legendary. That's alright, though. That's alright. It doesn't look bad by any means, but the Sun legendary looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks so cool. I don't really know what to feel about. I love both legendaries, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely leaning more towards the Sun legendary than the Moon legendary, but I really like the Moon legendary as well. It looks pretty cool. Again, it's got it feels like an Yveltal Cresselia crossover, and we know the Cresselia is like you know, I don't even, it gets like Moonblast, you know, I don't know, I'm just trying to like connect it in some way. It's, you know, it's like a lunar Pokemon. I think it has maybe something to do with this, maybe they're not linked at all, I don't know, but it definitely feels like it's got some sort of Cresselia inspired Yveltal mix thing going on here, which is pretty cool. And then we get the official release date here of November 18th in the US, and according to online and according to the UK release dates, I believe that it's November 23rd for the UK, but for the US, it's definitely available November 18th, 2016. And we get the box art here, looking pretty great. I have no clue what the names of these Pokemon are. I have no idea what they're going to be named. You guys can speculate that in the comments as well if you would like to. I'm not going to speculate on it because I have no idea where to even start with these Pokemon. I don't really think I feel like they're not going to be based off of like the fact that they're Sun and Moon Pokemon. Maybe they will, I don't know, because everybody was talking about how, you know, Solrock and Lunatone were going to be the, you know, they were going to get megas for Sun and Moon, and obviously these are not Solrock or there's not Solrock or Lunatone or anything like, nothing close to them. But again, taking a look at the box art, right, I'm really leaning towards the Pokemon Sun Legendary like itself, but the Pokemon Moon box art, in my opinion, looks so much better, and that's why I say I'm still Team Moon all day long. Come see me in the streets, let me catch you talking that trash, and Team Moon will take you, you know, we got you, okay, we got you. The sun couldn't rise if the moon doesn't set, you know what I'm saying? So the sun needs the moon, but the moon needs the sun. I don't really know, man. I don't really know. All I'm saying is that in Alaska and Iceland and stuff like that, you don't have months where you go with all sun. You have months where you go with all night. Actually, I think you do have months where you go with all sun. I don't actually know, but I'm just making, I don't know, I'm just talking shit at this point. But again, like I said, I think the Pokemon Moon box art looks so much better than the Pokemon Sun box art, but I definitely, again, am leaning towards the Sun Legendary. It's like a dog. It's like the legendary dogs, like Entei and Raikou and Suicune all put together and fused with the sun. It's amazing, dude. It looks really cool. And then we have this Cresselia X Yveltal for Pokemon Moon. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that is pretty much going to wrap up my Sun and Moon review breakdown of the trailer here. I'm excited to see what else we get. I'm really happy about all of it. It was a ton of fun to see. I'm really excited about it. I really like the fact, again, that we get some new starters and that we have, you know, it's gonna take a little while to get used to the fact that, yes, these are, like, because they look very fan-made. Like, you have to admit, the Pokemon starters for this game look very fan-made. They look like they've been in, like, you know, some fan-made games that we've played before, but that's not really a problem because they still look good. They still look good. Again, I'm still not 100% positive how I feel about Popplio. Popplio, I'm gonna have to wait till I see some more evolutionary stages for Popplio, Litten, and Rowlet. But until then, I'm still Team Moon all day. It's not gonna change. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not gonna change. I'm Team Moon all day. So hope you guys enjoyed this review, this little breakdown of the trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to smash the like button down below, and I will bring you guys as much Sun and Moon content as I possibly can without taking it too far, of course. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys stick around, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, it's been Twit, and I'm out. Peace!